Okay, so I figured I'd try something a bit different here. I don't really have a good setup in my car yet, but I got a little tripod thing that seems to work well enough for the most part. Anyway, this video is going to be the second part of that two-part video thing that I was doing for my 2 months in Japan, so it's a bit late, sorry about that. Anyway, in this video, as I said in the last one, I'm going to talk about things that I really like about Japan since I've gotten here, or just things about my particular area that I'm currently living in. Anyway, so number one, I started off with food last time, so I'll start off with it again. Anyway, it's the seasonal flavors of like snacks and stuff that I really like. I really enjoy how each month has a new seasonal flavor for things. Often the little like Takenoko chocolates that I showed in one of my previous videos, and for chips and Kit Kats and things like that, they usually have a type of seasonal flavor, and it's just kind of fun to try those like new things, and sometimes they have really strange flavors. The downside of this is that they're usually only around for about like 1 or 2 months, so if I really like something, I'm out of luck when it's gone. So that sucks, but generally I really like this seasonal thing. So number 2 is the seasons and the weather. Coming from Las Vegas, I'm really enjoying this cool, soon to be very cold weather. But I'm also really enjoying that there's actually seasons. So it was hot and humid when I got here, which was not fun, but it was rainy and it's gotten cooler and the leaves are changing now, and you don't really get that very much in Vegas. You don't get anything more than boiling hot, not quite as hot, mildly cool, and hot. So, like, actual seasons is a really nice change. Granted, I'm living in Hokkaido, so it's going to be more like warm, cool, freezing, and cold. But, oh well, it's still better than being super hot. So number 3 is the people, of course. Everyone's really nice, and I have experienced this both in like the countryside where I am now and in the city because I have visited Tokyo and Fukuoka. So if you're confused or you look lost, someone's usually bound to stop to help you, especially being like a confused looking foreigner. Or if you just ask for help, most of the time people will go out of their way to help you find what you're looking for, if they don't just take you there, because sometimes they'll just like walk you wherever you're trying to go. It's really nice, and the people are super nice. And number 4 is, at least my students and coworkers are really great. The students are really respectful and they're so sweet and really easy to teach. Of course, sometimes they get off track, but it's really not difficult to get them back on track. And my coworkers are all like super nice and super helpful and are happy to help me demonstrate a game or to go around and like monitor the students and make sure they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing, so it's not all just left up to me. And if the students really aren't getting something and I don't know how to explain it in Japanese, they will explain it for me so that the students understand, because it's more important that they understand the target English than explanations of how to play a game. I'd also been really worried when I first started that the elementary school teachers weren't really going to help me very much, because I had heard stories that they would just sit in the back and leave everything up to you and they wouldn't do much to help. But for my teachers, that's absolutely not the case, and I'm super grateful for that. It makes things a lot easier to have the Japanese teachers working to help you so that the students understand English. So I got super lucky with my teachers, and I am very, very thankful for that. But anyway, at number 5, it's not being too far from everything. I know it's the opposite of what I said in my last video, and that's still true. I'm kind of far from a major city, and so many stores and things like that are a little far for me to get to on average, but at the same time, it's a lot easier to travel within Japan than it is to travel within the US. Back home in Vegas, I am 4 hours away from LA, and that's only if I don't stop. Here, I'm only about 3 hours away from Sapporo and from Kushiro, and about half an hour away from Obihiro. So that's not even counting the countless amount of towns and villages along the way to those cities, and all the other cities within Hokkaido, some of which are only another hour or so away. Easily able to travel around within Hokkaido for me. And if you're on the main island, it's even easier to get around because you have the train system and buses, and if you drive, then it's sometimes even easier. And things are generally a lot closer in distance in Japan than they are in the US, so it makes getting around and seeing Japan and traveling just so much easier. So I was just going to stop at number 5, but I did think of another thing that I kind of wanted to mention is, of course, no surprise to anyone that actually knows me, but the school supplies. Back in the States, I would order my things from Japan anyway, my notebooks, my pens, my pencils, and all that kind of stuff. So it's really nice to be able to get it easily and cheaply here. They're just much higher quality to me, and things write better, and I'm a pen snob. I'm a school supply snob. It's really bad. And lastly, at number 7 would be the 100 yen shops. They are amazing here. It's not like US dollar stores where everything is just super crap quality and you just kind of go there to get like cheapy, not very good stuff. But a lot of the stuff in the dollar stores here are actually pretty decent quality. Also just what you can find there, which is literally anything you could need. Well, maybe not literally, but just about. You can find almost anything at the dollar stores. It's really great. You can craft for super cheaply. It's very nice. I get almost all of my supplies for teaching from the dollar store. And it's not just crappy stuff. I can get 100 sheets of paper for $1. It's great. I am not spending a fortune on getting supplies for teaching because what I buy at the dollar store lasts me for quite a while. But yeah, anyway, that was my list of 7 things after 2 months that I have grown to really enjoy about living in Japan or the things in Japan. So I really want to do these videos every couple of months to see like what changes, if things I don't really like anymore, or that I didn't initially like that I've grown to like. So I plan to kind of keep these videos updating. But if you have any other questions for me or anything you want me to do a video on, just drop it in the comments below. So I'll see you next time. Janne!